Okay guys, it's 40k time today. In today's battle report, we're pitting the new Ork Codex against the new Custodes Codex. Yo, welcome to Warhammered. I've named the channel now. I'm Rich, Andy's back.
Hello.
Today we're going to be using the Orks versus
the Custodes.
Are you looking forward to using the new Codex?
No. No, I don't. I'm not getting head kicked in.
Yeah, I am looking forward to using my army, so we'll get straight into it. We'll show off both our lists. Right then, so this is Andy's 1500 points of Adeptus Custodes. Right, mate, what's your army roll?
The army roll's the Martial Qatar, which has changed.
How has it changed?
Before you had to pick one for the entire army, now you can pick per unit.
Okay.
But you've also lost the third stance, which was -1 to hit them.
So now you basically pick per unit, and it's either sustained or lethal.
Yeah, Qatari sustain hits one, or Green Rendax for lethal hits.
Right, okay, sound. So that's the army rule, yeah?
Yeah.
Does that apply to the sisters?
No.
Okay.
No, they still don't have the Martial Qatar.
Okay. So what's your detachment, mate? Because obviously you've got ones to pick from now, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm staying with the Shield House, so we can show how much things have changed.
Okay, yeah.
So now it's a version of the war, so it's a martial mastery. You call it the start of the battle round, and lasts until the next battle round.
Okay, yeah.
My Custodes then gets sustained hits on 5+,
Yeah.
and improve the AP of my melee weapons by 1, which it's not going to be too useful here
Okay.
against your Orks.
So you get better sustained hits and you get better AP for a turn.
Yeah, well, or better lethal hits, depending which one I'm
So
using.
you get like a Custodes War.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well that's your army roll and your detachment. So who is your general?
Trajan Valorous, who you might not recognise because it's not actually the Trajan model.
Yeah, I did this model for Andy as a Christmas present because Andy doesn't like the Trajan model. So that's actually the Praetor for the Emperor's Children from Heresy with custodian parts added to it. And I think it looks pretty cool. So what does Trajan do?
Well, him and his unit, they ignore any modifiers to the skill or weapon skill.
Yeah.
He's also got his ability, he's got his item Moment Shackle.
Yeah.
Once per battle, he can pop it at the start of the fight phase. He can either give himself 12 attacks or a 2+ in one save.
Alright, okay, cool. And his unit, yeah, they ignore modifiers to hit, don't they?
Yeah, and his unit of Wardens, who's going along with him,
Yeah.
they have 2 abilities. So also led by a character, any weapon that's higher than their toughness
Yeah.
is -1 to wound.
Yeah. So basically the bodyguard rule, my knobs will have the same thing.
And they've also got living focus, so once per battle, so any phase, they can pop the ability to get 4+ build up against everything.
Okay,
for
cool.
that phase.
Right, sweet. Which unit do you want to go to next to, mate?
If we go to the other unit of Wardens, because I want to introduce Wardens.
Yeah.
So this unit.
Yeah.
So they're led by Shield Captain. Unfortunately, I don't have the new Shield Captain yet because he hasn't arrived.
Okay.
So I've just got the one with a Guardian Spear. So he's got a Master of the Stances ability, so once per battle he can choose to have both the stances available for his unit.
Yeah. Does that mean that you would proc lethals and sustains on a 5+?
Yeah, if it's doing the Master Mastery ground.
Alright, sweet.
So he's also got Strategic Mastery, whereby he gets to use a battle tactic on his unit for free.
Right, sweet.
Once per battle round.
Yeah, cool.
So he gets 3 rerolls. As do the sisters, because they're right in front of him.
Yeah.
Everybody's catching the edge of him.
Yeah.
They are toughness 3, they've got power armour, so they're not that hot.
Yeah.
But they do have a 3+ build up against psychic attacks, because they're all blanks.
Yeah.
And Purity Execution, so every time I make a range attack against a psychic unit, I get precision and devastating wounds.
So what you're saying is this unit's going to sit on the backfield objective.
Yeah, they're going to chill out.
Yeah, cool.
Probably wait for a shock to back so they turn and shoot.
Yeah, fair play. Next unit, shall we go to your Blade Champion?
Yep, so the Blade Champion, he's lost one of his abilities, because he used to be able to do a pre-heroic convention, but he's kept the other 2, which is rerolls for charges,
Yep.
and Martial Inspiration, which is once per battle I can advance charge with his unit.
Cool.
And he still has his 3 different ways of swinging his sword.
Right, and he's leading.
He is leading 4 Custodian Guard,
Yep.
1 with a shield,
Yep.
and the other 3 with Guardian Spears. They gain reroll wound rolls of 1 all the time, and if that unit's in range of an objective map, they reroll all its wounds,
Yep.
and they still have their Sentinel Storm ability, which is they can shoot twice after shoot.
Right, yeah, sweet.
Then the final unit is 3 Alus Terminators at the back.
Yep.
The one's got Castellan Axe, which is better damage. But
Yep.
that's about the only advantage you get still.
Yep.
They have the ability called Slave Time, so they fight a counter monster or vehicle unit, they gain rerolls to wound.
Yep.
And they also have golden light, so they can jump back into strategic reserves.
Yes.
If they're not in engagement range at the end of one of your turns.
Can all Custodes deep strike?
All Custodians can deep strike, apart from the Venerable Land Raider.
Okay, understandable. And that's your last unit, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's just a Land Raider with Assault Ramp, and it has...
It's weapon skill. There's skill 2+.
Right, sweet. Cool, so that's your list then, yeah?
Yep.
Sweet, mate. Right, we'll go into my Orks. Okay, so this is my 1500 points of Orks. Now, these are Goffs, led by Ghazghkull. Now, the army rule for for Orks is the War. So, you declare that at the start of a battle round. For that turn, Orks can advance and charge. They get +1 attack, and they get +1 strength. And they all get a 5+ invulnerable save. Which is pretty good, yeah? We'll get a load of this, because this detachment is called Bully Boys, which has been a thing in the lore for a long time. It's like been Ghazghkull's personal army, which is what my army is supposed to be. Now the Bully Boys, their detachment rule is they can declare a second war, as long as there's a war boss on the board, which there will be because I've got 4. And that second war only applies to war bosses and knobs, which is also what my army entirely is pretty much. So that means my army be doing a war essentially twice in this game. So it seems to me like a really, really powerful detachment if you take the right units, which I believe I have. So I'll go over the units now, and I'll start with the Warlord, which is of course Ghazghkull Fracker. So Ghazghkull is leading 5 Mega Knobs. Excuse me. Now, Ghazghkull gives his unit +1 to hit and +1 to wound. Makari has an aura of lethal hits from his banner as well. Ghazghkull's an absolute unit. He's now also got a sweep attack on his combat profile in case he's coming up against like massed infantry instead of tough things. And now Mega Knobs have gone to like top tier, I believe, in the Orc army, because they now get in the war. Their crumping time rules changed from devastating wounds, and it's changed to a 4+ invulnerable save. 4+ feel no pain. So, for 2 turns of this game, these 5 Mega Knobs with Ghazghkull and Ghazghkull himself and Makari will all have a 4+ feel no pain for 2 turns of the game, which is absolutely crazy. All the Mega Knobs are armed with combi shooters and claws, which obviously, because Makari will have lethal hits on those as well in melee. Rest of my army's fairly simple, so we've got Gut Ripper, a war boss, leading 10 knobs. War bosses get extra attacks in the war. Orc knobs get -1 to wound if they're targeted by strength higher than their toughness, like the bodyguard rule, same as Andy's Wardens. This unit's got 3 power claws and 7 big choppers. Next unit, we've got Mr. Snips, who's a war boss with power claw, leading 5 orc knobs with power claws. Yep. And again, we've got the biggest boss, another war boss with the biggest chopper. He's got the biggest boss, the enhancements. He's got 2 extra wounds, and he's leading a squad of knobs, all with huge choppers. These lads have got the biggest choppers. So that's my 3 units of orc knobs, so pretty much copy-paste. Then we've got a shock jump dragster, which is a super handy unit. When that advances, because it's got basically a time machine built into the back of it, it can teleport around the board, and it's got a sniper shock rifle on the front, which is actually quite good in tag characters. We've got that. Then behind the army, we've got 2 battle wagons. Both of them armed with lobbers, both of them armed with killer cannons, 4 big shooters, both got death rollers, both got wrecking balls, both got grappling claws. And they're going to be full of the orc knobs. And then last unit, up hiding up here, got Boss Snickrot, who can infiltrate. He's got lone operative, and he can, a little bit similar to Andy's Terminators, he can sort of redeploy during the game as well. So he's super handy for going to nick objectives for you and stuff like that. I genuinely believe this detachment is going to be super powerful and might end up taking over tournaments, but let's see how it does in this game. So the armies are down. I'm going to go and explain the mission, then the scenery, and then our deployments. So Deployment zone is the basic Dawn of War. It's long board edges, 5 objectives, 1 in the centre, then 1 either side and 1 in each deployment zone. But then the mission rule is called Hidden Supplies, which split the middle objective into 2. So instead of it being bang in the centre, there's a huge building, it's split and it's now either side of it instead. So there's an objective either side of it instead. So there's actually 6 objectives on the board instead of 5. And then the mission we're playing is called Priority Targets. It's one where you can score up to 10 points. So if each objective is 5, you can score up to 10 a turn. So basically you've just got to capture 2 objectives. Doesn't say which ones, so it can be any 2 that are on the board. So it should be fairly easy to do that every turn. And then in this priority targets, you score extra points at the very end of the game for how many objectives you own, so you can get like a big boost at the end of the game for objectives. So then that's the mission. Now scenery wise, pretty much everything counts as a ruin. I try to put like little footprints around them with barricades and things like that. Some of them are line of sight blocking, like the actual solid buildings. Then the mech workshop's got a footprint. The containers are solid. There's a ruin here, solid with a bit of ruin off the end. Again, they've all got clear footprints. You've got the big head boss bunker mounted on top of there. Still got a bit of a footprint. And then you've got that. I'm just going to treat, so it's fair for us both. I'll treat that as blocking line of sight, just because you just get shot to pieces if not. So, well, not by Orks you wouldn't, but so. And then I've the quickest deployment zone ever because pretty much everything's in battle wagons. Battle wagon. 2 battle wagons flanking Gazgul, shock jump on the objective, and then sneaky Snickrot. He's already infiltrated and he's already secured me an objective. Good lad. Andy, what are we looking at with yours?
So I've got my Blade Champion, his Custodian Guard on my right.
Yeah.
A Land Raider with Trajan Valoris and his wardens in it.
Yeah.
We do have line of sight to that battle wagon, directly opposite.
Cool.
4 Sisters of Silence.
Yeah, hello.
Just in range of this objective.
Yeah.
Then on my far left, we have my Shield Captain with my 4 wardens.
Okay.
Then in Deep Strike, I have my 3 Terminators.
3 Terminators in Deep Strike. Okie dokie, right. So, do you want to go first or do you want to go second, mate?
Actually, I don't mind.
You don't mind?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens, mate, because I can't decide. You going first, mate?
Okay.
Looks like my
So
battle wagon's getting shot.
Right, so after we determine who goes first,
Yes.
I'm going to use my ability called the Castellan's Mark on my Shield Captain to redeploy 2 Adeptus Custodes units.
Oh,
I can put them in Deep Strike, well I can put them in Strategic Reserve.
Okay.
Regards my minions already there, so this unit and my Blade Champion's unit, I have both in Strategic Reserve.
He's playing tricks on us already, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, because you've got 2 wars, so I need to mitigate that, so
Okay.
come and war those 4 sisters.
So Andy's trying to set the record for the world's fastest turn 1. But we've got all over the secondaries you've got Overwhelming Force, which I believe is kill people off objectives, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you've got Engage on all fronts, which is impossible for you because you have 2 units on the board.
Yeah, well I'll do it now.
Yeah, you do at the moment. You can't get that this turn. That's where you have to get a unit in each quarter of the board. If you get it in all 4, you score more points. So you're not going for either of them this turn, are you?
No.
Right, so what's
So
happening?
in fact, I haven't moved at all.
He hasn't moved at all. He's just going to have the Land Raider
Blast your battle wagon.
blast my battle wagon. You got your dice there, mate?
Yep, so 2 Godhammer Lance.
Yep.
So I missed 1.
Yep. It's 12, so you need 4. Okay, so I've got 1 save to make.
Yep.
Andy's used his CP that he's got for a command point reroll. Nope, didn't work. So it's 1 save for the battle wagon. So normally Lascannon's minus 3 AP, but the battle wagon's got cover and it's got the battle wagon rule which reduces your AP, so it's only going to be minus 1 off its save. So a 4+ save for the battle wagon. It makes it, it's fine.
Yep. Hunter wound on 3s, but
Yeah, the Hunter Killer hit, but the Hunter Killer didn't wound. Heavy Bolter last.
Yeah, it's down to the heavy one.
All hit. Need 6s though.
That's 1.
Yep, that's 1. That'll be a 3+ save for the battle wagon. If fails, it takes 2 damage. Okay, so that's the battle wagon with 14 wounds left. And then, Andy, what are you doing at the end of your turn?
Discard Overwhelming Force
Okay, yeah.
to give me my CP.
Yeah.
And then I'll go up to 2 at the start of your turn.
Right, goes over to Orks turn 1. Orks turn 1. These are my secondaries. I've drawn behind enemy lines, and I'll show you what I've done with that in a second. And then I've drawn Assassination. There's only 1 character on the board, and he's inside a Land Raider, so killing him this turn be hard work. I've got 2 CP, and I'll show you my movement. So, Battle Wagon has moved forward It's got that objective, it's got line of sight still at that Land Raider, so it'll fire back. Gazgold's Meganob's advanced to full 6, and they've formed a defensive perimeter around the boss because a load of custodians will teleport in, but we don't know where from. This battle wagon's rumbled forward in between the containers and this big building. It's got a line of sight to those 4 sisters in that building there, so they're about to get it. Now, for the behind enemy lines, the reason I brought Snickrot and the reason I brought the Shock Jump Dragster is because of their ability to move around the board. So Snickrot disappeared in the movement phase, and at the end of the movement phase he reappears anyway once, so he's here. Don't tell anyone, don't tell Andy. So he's now got behind enemy lines, and because the Dragster can teleport as well, that's also teleported over here because it advances. It can't fire, so it's just revving its engine at these girls here. So they've scored me the maximum points for behind enemy lines, and I might still keep assassination as well. But that's my movement phase, so I'm going to move on to this battle wagon. It's going to fight those girls there, and then this battle wagon is going to fight that Land Raider. The other battle wagon firing at the Sisters of Silence. I'll start with the blast weapons, even though there's only 4 sisters, so you don't get your blast bonus. So the killer cannon only gets 2 shots. Does it hit any one of them? Nope, that missed. The lobber gets 6 shots. Oh, wow! To wound. 4 saves for the sisters. No AP, so just get your 3+ cover save. 3+ armor save. It's 2 of them blasted. Let's see if they can kill off those 2 last sisters. Need a freeze. It's another 3 more saves, mate.
Any AP?
Nope. That's the sisters gone. Okay, so a good start for the Orks. We've completed behind enemy lines for 5 secondary points, and I'm going to keep assassination going into Andy's turn 2. I'll go for 3 CP, and that's where we're at. So see what Andy decides to do in his turn 2 with all of his teleporting custodies. Okay, so Andy's turn 2. Andy, tell us what's happened.
Well, I do investigate signals.
Yes.
To get into table quarters, which I don't want.
Yes.
So I use the CP to swap it, and I drew a tempting target.
Okay, yeah. And then I declared, at the same time as I declared the tempting target, which was the one Gazgul stood on, I also declared a war. So I like to imagine that Gazgul screamed a war and declared come and get him. So that's the target to tech. And you've still got to engage on all fronts, haven't you?
Yep.
So you want to talk us through what you've done then?
Yep, so what I've done, Land Raiders moved around.
Yep.
So you can last cannon into the Gazgul's unit.
Okay, yep.
My Allo's Terminator dropped on the opposite corner, 9 inches away from that battle wagon.
Yep.
My Shield Captain's units dropped into this table quarter, 9 inches away from that battle wagon.
Hello.
And my Blade Champion and his Custodian Guard have dropped 9 inches away from the Shock Jump Dragster and Snickrot.
Okay,
That gives me all 4 table quarters.
Cool.
But I can stay within them.
Yeah, so you've maxed out engage on all fronts. Sweet, so it's over at your shooting phase, is it?
Yep.
Start the shooting phase. The Land Raider is targeting all of its weaponry into Gazgul's Meganobs. I am going to play a bully boy stratagem called Hulking Brutes, which gives them essentially armour of contempt, which is basically to have reduces the AP of incoming attacks by 1.
Right. So go down the last ones first. On this.
Yep. 2s to wound.
Yep, so 2s.
Yep, so that's going to be 2 4+ armour saves for the Meganobs. So fail them both. Oh, damage mate, first one. Yep.
4.
And the second one is 2. Okay, so feel no pain 4+ because I'm in the war for a Meganob. So the first las cannon, that kills him.
Yep.
And then the second Meganob, he's got 1 wound left. Well, that didn't go very well. Well, the next is going to try and take that 1 wound off that Meganob.
Both of it, I need 5s.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
Heavy bolter then. So that's 4 hits, because sustain hits 1. Now they took us 4 or 6.
6.
So 5 hits. Nothing.
Twin linked.
That's more like it. 1 wound.
Yeah, no AP on that because of the Hulk and Brute stratagem, so 2+. Yeah, he's fine. Next up is the Blade Champions unit targeting the Shock Jump Dragster, and he's played a stratagem on them which gives him sustained or lethal hits on his shooting, plus what?
I'm picking lethal hits.
Yep.
So that's it.
Right.
Pick the lethal hits or stay hit. They're not all shooting the shotgun boxer, just the pistol is shooting the shotgun boxer. The other three are going to shoot the battle wagon behind them.
Ah, I see what you're doing. And you get a reroll wounds as well because you're on an objective.
Yeah. So, Sentinel Blade. So that's one lethal hit.
Nope.
Doesn't wound.
So it's an
Okay,
armor save.
reroll because I'm on objective.
The Dragster is fine.
-2.
Yeah, it was partly roll a 6.
Yeah. And then the Guardian Spears. That's one lethal. Need 6s to wound. No. So one lethal hit on you.
AP?
AP -1 damage 2.
Okay, so no AP because they have battle wagon roll. It takes, is it damage 2?
Yeah.
Alright, 2 wounds off the battle wagon. Sentinel Storm, so he's going to fire again.
Yeah, so same thing. Pistol against shock jump.
Yeah.
So
2 wounds on it, yeah. AP minus.
AP -1 damage 2 again.
Yeah. AP -1, so yeah, you've took 2 wounds off the shock jump. Battle wagon. All hit. And it's going to be what, 6s re-rolling?
Yeah. That's 2. 3.
3, it's 3 plus saves. Sugar lumps.
6 damage.
Oh, sugar lumps. This unit of custodians with a shield captain against this battle wagon. It's only got 8 wounds left. I swear to God, if Andy kills a battle wagon here with Guardian Spear shooting.
Yeah, so all of them hit on 2s.
But they don't have lethal hits.
No. And wounded on 6.
Yeah, and you get a reroll of 1s.
Nope. No, they're 1s.
Oh, they're wardens, right.
Yeah.
So it's just
2 wounds.
But no minus again, so 3s. Right, so it's another 2 wounds off the battle wagon. It's got 6 left. Next up, the Alarus Terminators targeting the battle wagon. So we'll start off with the grenade launchers. It's going to be D6 shots each.
So 7.
7 shots. These lads get a reroll wounds against vehicles.
Yeah. So on this.
Needing 6s with a reroll.
So that's 2 so far.
It's 2 3 plus saves because the battle wagon ignores their AP 1. So that's fine so far. And the spears.
Guardian Spears. 2. That's 1 wound. Just the 1 wound.
Yep, 3 plus. Yep, another 2 wounds off this battle wagon. It's down to 12. So it's Andy's charge phase. He's got a few 9-inch charges from his teleporting custodians. So yeah. Andy, take it away, mate.
I'll start with the Terminators.
Terminators, yeah.
Because they don't have an inbuilt one, so.
Nope. They failed.
So I'm going to use my CP.
Your last CP, it's gone. Will they make it? Oh, no, failed.
Alright. But I'd use that reroll if I could use the free one.
Okay, yeah. So over here.
Shield Captain.
Shield Captain's going to go for the battle wagon.
Nope.
Nope.
But he can use a free command point reroll.
He's using a free reroll because he's a captain. Oh.
Blade Champion's unit.
Blade Champion over there against the Dragster, I assume, yeah.
Yep. So 5 inches, but he gets a free reroll.
He gets a reroll as well. Everyone's rolled an 8. This is not a good spot to be in.
Now you know why I didn't pop my Martial Mastery this turn.
Yep, right, so that's Andy's turn done with then, so it's over to the Orks. Are you going to get rid of any of your secondaries, mate?
No, well, I've scored engage on all fronts.
Yep.
For the maximum, so.
Are you going to get rid of tempting target for a CP?
I am.
Okay, so you get a CP for getting rid of tempting target. Right, over to my turn. Okay, Orks, turn 2. I've drawn Defend Stronghold as my secondary. I've already had Assassination. I've got 3 CP. Defend Stronghold is make sure Andy doesn't take this by the end of his turn. So I've parked a battle wagon on top of it. I'll go over what else I've done in the rest of the turn. So, Gut Ripper and 10 Knobs have jumped out that battle wagon to charge these Alarus Custodians. This battle wagon stayed where it was because it was on an objective. Gazgul advanced 2 inches to charge the Land Raider and get Trajan out of that battle wagon, out of that Land Raider, should I say. This battle wagon moved round to secure the objective that I need to defend, and it'll probably help shoot down at the Land Raider. Both units of Knobs of War Bosses jumped out of it. This unit advanced around these containers to charge at the Shield Captain, and then the huge Chopper Squad with the biggest boss, they've also jumped out. We'll fire a few sluggers at them. Shock Jump Dragster retreated away from these Custodian guard, and Snickrott's not interested either, so he's just hiding behind this furnace looking thing here. So that's my movement done with. Hopefully I should get assassination here, but if I kill this captain over here in combat, got 2 war bosses and 10 knobs, I should be able to do it. But shooting phase first. Battle wagons, killer cannon at them. D6 plus 1 shots, 5 shots. Hit on 5. Hit once, strength 9, what's your toughness?
7.
Oh, nice. Still wounded though. AP minus 1, I believe, mate. So it's 2 damage.
Yep, so one's down to 2 wounds.
2 shots. Both missed. Big shooter shots. 5 to wound. 3 more armour saves, Andy. Oh, finishes the Terminator off. Up the other battle wagon, firing downrange at the Land Raider. Start off with the killer cannon. It's getting 4 shots. 1 hit, strength 9. So it wounded. I have to check its AP, mate. Oh no, I think we'll have failed regardless. Yeah, 2 damage on the Land Raider. The Lobber, 1 shot, which missed. It used all its ammo killing those sisters last turn. And then I've got the big shooters. Nothing. Here I'll pop another ammo grunt from this unit because they didn't advance, so it'll be 5 sluggers plus the war boss's combi weapon. Last up to fire will be this shock jump dragster firing at these custodians. Now its shot rifle has precision, so I'm going to try and blow that blade champion's head off. And it actually hits on a 3, this gun, because it's got a target, a squig, and it's fired by a grot. So it hit. And it wounded.
Yep.
It's AP minus 2.
What was either way? Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be D6 plus 1 damage. That's going to
By
go.
the way, you can't actually kill him because he's got the Ork mantle, which is plus 2 wounds, so he's got 8 wounds.
Alright, okay. I tried my best, so that's 6 wounds off the blade champion. The rocket launcher gets a shot, which missed. Charge phase, Gazgul needs a 6 for this Meganob to reach the Land Raider, and I've got plenty CP if I need to re-roll it. Yeah, they've rolled an 8 there in. Then the only one I need to roll for there, those lads will be in. Yeah, they rolled a 10. These lads over here, they need to get a 5. Yeah, they're in. And then those lads need a 2. They did it. Everyone's in. Moved in all my units that have charged, but in the charge phase, Ork Bully Boy Detachment has a stratagem called Crushing Impact. You play it on any Knobs unit, anyone that's in engagement range. So I'm going to play it on this unit because I've got 8 models in engagement range on the Terminators. You roll a dice on a 5+, you get a mortal wound to a maximum of 6. But if it's in the war, it's not a 5+, it's a 4+. So 8 dice, I'm looking for 4s. So that is the full 6 mortal wounds caused to the unit. So, next fight, I'm going to go first with Mr. Snips and Squad Nipple Cripple here. So the 5 knobs with power claws. They're going to attack the Custodian Wardens. Now Andy's popped the Warden's ability for the Feel No Pain on the unit, and his captain's lying in wait to pop his special ability to see how it goes. He was deliberate in using a stratagem, then realised he can't use it because it's he has to be on an objective to do it. But I'm going to use a stratagem called Arm 2 de Teeth. So that allows you to reroll 1s to hit with any Knobs unit. If you are in the WoW, which I am, you get to reroll all hits. So this should be pretty brutal for the Custodes. So the Ork War Boss gets 4 extra attacks in the WoW, and he hits on a 2+, and he's re-rolling because of the stratagem. So 2s with a reroll. So it's 2 misses, 3 misses. So 1 miss in total. These are strength 11.
So wound on 4s.
So wound on 4s, yeah, because they get bodyguard rule. So that's 2. 2 at minus 2, damage 2.
Yeah, so 1.
Yeah.
So 1 gets through. 2 planes, 4+. So I take a wound.
Yeah, the attack squig hits once, not twice, should I say. Didn't wound. Ork Knobs, Power Claws. 20 attacks, hitting on 3s with re-rolling. Got me 2 more hits. Strength is higher than Andy's toughness, so I get -1 to my wound roll, so these will be wounded on 4+. 10 4+ saves, and the damage 2 each.
Yep, so 10 wounds.
Yeah, 10 feel no pains.
So 5.
Yep.
So with the wounded one, kills 2 of my wardens.
Cool, so 2 wardens go down to the first unit of Orc Knobs. So that's that squad of Orc Knobs attacked. So Andy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to interrupt.
Yes.
With the Shield Captain's unit, he's going to pop his ability to have both lethal and sustained hits on his unit.
Sweet. Because that other unit of Orc Knobs isn't quite as powerful as the Power Claw unit, so you might survive this and you might hack down all these Orc Knobs.
Yeah.
So Andy's splitting his attacks. The captain is going to go for the huge choppers, and the spears are going to go, the custodian wardens are going to go for the Power Claws.
So I'll start with the custodian wardens. So there's 10 of them. Get lethal and sustained hits. So that's 2, and then I get the next one back in for sustained.
Yeah, I've got the bodyguard rule as well.
Yes, I'll be winning on 4. So that's 7 wounds.
7
wounds. Minus 2 damage.
Well, I'll be using my war save.
Yeah.
Invulnerable saves to make, but I'll have to roll 5 first because I've got 5 knobs. So invulnerable saves for the Orc Knobs are Power Claws. Yeah, so 3 of them die, and the last 2 saves. Yeah, so all of those Power Claw knobs are dead, just the Power Claw war boss left alive. The captain against the choppers.
Yes, so you've got 7 attacks. So 2 lethals, 1 miss, 2 go back in for sustained. Again, moving on 4s.
Yeah.
So 5 this time.
So you could kill all the Orc Knobs here. 5s and 6s. No, he kills 2 of them. That's 7 Orc Knobs cut down in retaliation by the Custodes. So that leaves the war boss and his huge chopper and his squig, and 3 more Orc Knobs of huge choppers now to attack against the Custodians. So with a big chopper attacking against the Custodian Wardens, blue dice are his attack squig. So 4s for the red dice and a 5+ for the blue dice. That's 4 AP minus 1.
So 3 pushes.
Yes, that's damage 2.
So 2 planes. Takes a wound. So 1's down to 2.
Yep. The big choppers, these hit on a 2+. Ooh, a few misses. 4s to wound. That's 4 minus 1 saves. Oh dear. Over here, we'll see if Gut Ripper can rip the guts out of this last Terminator. Hitting on a 2+, a 3+ with his blue dice. So that's 1 miss. Needing 5 with the blue dice and 4s with the red dice. So that's 2 minus 2 arms. Strength 11.
Yes, it'll be 3.
Oh, 3, sorry, I'm thinking about the I'm thinking about your warden's rule.
So that's 4 AP minus 2, yeah?
Yeah.
So he kills one of them.
Yeah, so he takes 2 damage.
Yep, so I'll kill.
So he's dead. Yep. Consider your guts ripped, sir. Last combat. Let's see if Gazgul can tear this Land Raider in half. So he's got 7 attacks. They hit on a 2+, and he's got lethal hits because of the Makari's banner. And if it's during a war, which it is, it procs on a 5 or a 6. So 2s to hit, any 5s or 6s automatically wound the Land Raider. That is 4 automatic wounds to the Land Raider. Plus he is strength 14, I believe. Yeah, so 3s to wound it. That's 5 AP minus 3 damage 4 attacks.
Yep, so it's 5s.
That's 20 damage.
Yep, so see if he explodes. No.
Wow. Wow, Gazgul just flipped the Land Raider over.
Yeah, 5 guys inside to see if they get mortal wounds.
Yep.
Is it high or low?
It's a 1, I believe.
Yep, so 1 guy takes a mortal wound.
Okay, so that's the end of battle round 2. So we've got Terminators are gone, defeated by the Orc Knobs. Here we've got the Land Raider is gone because Gazgul just went Rage Hulk mode on it. Trajan and his Wardens got out of the back, so they couldn't be consolidated into or anything like that. Battle Wagon sat in the centre. He's going to score me defend Stronghold. I'm keeping hold of Assassination because I'll eventually get it. These lads are all still stuck in combat over here. We've got the Custodians, Snickrot and the Shock Jump up this side. I'm ahead on point, so we're going to go into battle round number 3. I'm going to declare a second war, but this second war will only apply to anyone with the Nob or War Boss keywords.
I'm going to declare Martial Mastery.
And Andy's declaring Martial Mastery. The Custodes shield host version of the war. They all get super skilled for a turn. So over to Andy's turn 3. Okay, at the start of Andy's turn 3, he's got 5 points for his primary, and he's drawn bring it down, kill a vehicle or a monster, and deploy teleport home. So deploy teleport home at the centre of the battlefield or in my deployment zone. So how's it looking for them, Andy?
Yes, that's not happening.
Yep.
Bring it down, Mike, because I can potentially kill one of your battle wagons.
Yep.
So what I've done, Trajan's come to where the Land Raider was, where it's charged Gaskell.
Yep.
As is tradition, there's going to be a big fight in the middle.
Yes.
The Blade Champions unit has spent a command point for Vigilance Eternal to spray paint this objective, and then they've advanced ready to shoot that battle wagon with the assault weapons on the spears.
Yep.
And they might charge in and help me boy out over there, the shield captain.
Okay, so it's your shooting phase, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
So,
Guardian Spears shooting at the battle wagon.
Yeah, so there's 6 of them. No special abilities this time, so 6 is to wound.
No, they'll bounce off. Trajan's unit is firing into Gaskell's unit. I've got an injured Meganob, so I've played Hulk and Brutes for -1 AP on incoming attacks.
Right, so the 8 spears from Trajan's boys. All hit.
Sweet. Your army rule does not benefit your shooting at all, it's only combat.
No, it's not really one. So the strength 4, your toughness
6.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2. So AP 0, but damage 2 will pop on that.
Yeah, so 2+ armor saves. Oh, failed one. So that's 2 4+ feel no pains, because it's still in the wax, so it's the second one. Yeah, no. So that Orc Knob. This is Trajan Valorus's Eagle Scream.
Both. Strength 5, so 75 to wound. That's 1 wound. It would be AP -2, but it drops to -1.
Yeah, so 3+.
3.
Oops, damage is 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so you might kill a Meganob here. So I needed 1 4+. Yeah, I did, so he took a Meganob down to 1 wound. Phase done with, so the Blade Champion and his Custodian Guard got a 4-inch charge into the back of these huge chopper knobs. Yeah, they've easy done that. And then a 2-inch charge for Trajan, they're in. Well, the first combat...
Check to see when we do Trajan.
Okay, so the first combat of the turn is going to be these Custodians led by a Blade Champion charging into the huge chopper knobs. I am going to use my last CP on a stratagem called Too Arrogant to Die. If I'm within the war, which I am, my second war, I get to fight on death on a 3+. So Guardian Spears into the huge chopper knobs.
And they go to sustained hits.
Wow.
So that's 2 miss, but 1 goes back. 3's to wound him.
4s.
4's to wound him. So that's 3, 6, 8.
Okay. 3 knobs left in the unit, so I have to roll these 3 at a time, kind of. So the first 3 to kill 2 knobs, leaving 1 alive. So the next one, he dies. So that means the rest of them are all onto the War Boss. War Boss is the same, he's got a 5+ invulnerable save, so he takes 4 damage, so he's still alive. What's that? That's a Blade Champion's attack, yeah?
Yep, so he's attacking with Victus, which is damage 3.
Yes.
So, because of sustained hits, he hits with all 5.
Yep.
So strength 6, I imagine you're up to 6.
Yes.
So 4's to wound. So that's 2 wounds, AP -4, damage 3.
Yes, so it's 2 5+ invulnerable saves. I've got 3 wounds left, I believe.
Yeah, so you're going to pass them both.
I'm going to pass them both. 2 5 invulnerable saves. Come on! Come on! No, he dies. So what I'll do is I'll roll now to see who comes back, who fights back. So
yes, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, so red die, the blue dice is the War Boss. So the War Boss and 2 knobs are going to fight back. Over to that unit of Orc knobs which are attacking on the way down. They're going to choose to. I'll go over and show you. So they're sandwiched in between 2 units of Custodes. So that they're in combat with both, so I'm going to choose to use my attacks, not on the unit that's just attacked them, I'm going to choose to use them on the unit that hasn't attacked yet, because then I'll stop them from attacking if they're dead. So, War Boss, I'm in a second war, so he still gets his extra attacks. This is the one with the huge chopper, he hits on a 2+, the blue dice hit on a 3+. Dice wound on a 4, the blue dice wound on a 5. 3 saves at -1. Yes, that's 2 damage.
So that's going to kill the guy.
So it's a Warden dead and then a 2+ armor save against the squig. Huge chopper knobs who were attacking on the way down against the Wardens. They're hitting on a 2+, so that's all hit. Wounded on a 4+. So that's 3, 2+ armour saves. 3+ armour saves, should I say. It's 2 damage on a Warden. Okay, so the big dust up between Trajan and Ghazghkull. The Wardens are going to strike first, see if they can get rid of Ghazghkull's bodyguard. Take it away.
So the save hits on 5+. So it's full house.
So it's a full house.
Yeah.
Okay. Strength.
Running on 3.
Yeah, running on 3. So
that looks about half. 5, 10, 12.
12 invulnerable saves for the Mega Knobs. Lots of saves for the Mega Knobs here. So they're AP -3 because of your special WAR this turn, isn't it? So you're straight onto the Mega Knobs invulnerable save of a 4+. So 5+ invulnerable save. So 3, 5 invulnerable saves to start off with. So I make 1 and fail 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that means, what's damage is that? 2?
Damage 2.
Yeah.
So you have to do 1 first and 1 wounded.
Yeah, so he dies.
Yep.
Then the second one goes, then the next Mega Knob takes a wound. Yep.
Yep, so he's down to 2, right?
Yep. Next 2 invulnerable saves. Make them both. Next 2 invulnerable saves. Make 1. So then that injured Mega Knob has 2 feel no pains to make. She makes both. Next 2 invulnerable saves. Fail both. So first lot of feel no pains. He fails them both, so kills a Mega Knob. Then the second Mega Knob, he takes a wound.
So he's on to 2 again?
Yeah, so 1 invulnerable save, makes it. Another invulnerable save, he fails it. So there's 2 feel no pains for him. She passes once, he's got 1 wound left. Last invulnerable save. He fails, so he's got 2 feel no pain to make. She does, he's still alive.
Alive and 1 wound.
Woo! Moment shackle popped by Trajan. He's using the 12 attack mode.
Yep. So hitting on 2, 5+ sustained. So all of them go back in. 3 1s.
Yep, strength.
10.
Okay.
So 3s again. That's going to be 9 by my count. Yep, 9.
Here we go again. Save on the Mega Knob. Does it kill him?
3 this time.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter, he died.
Yeah.
That's the Mega Knob dead. Right. Makari is alive. Makari is alive. Makari dies.
Oh, that makes you what? 6? 5?
5 on Ghazghkull. So Ghazghkull fails 2, so he takes, what, 9 damage?
Yep.
So that kills Ghazghkull, I believe. No, it doesn't. He's got 10 wounds.
He's got 1 wound left.
He's got 1 wound left.
Oh,
Oh, lordy. Hi. Future Richard here. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why didn't Ghazghkull just have his feel no pain save? Because I played the rule wrong. In the game, I thought all his Mega Knobs were dead. He shouldn't be getting his feel no pain no more. His bodyguards are dead. Doesn't get no more. Made sense to me. But afterwards, after checking it out, went online, went on Reddit. Obviously, you know Reddit's got the answer. Because Trajan was in the Warden unit, meant that all their attacks happened at the same time. So Ghazghkull and Makari both had feel no pain for this round, and they've probably cost me the game. So Orc players, I'm sorry. I've done my first YouTube apology video. Might as well get it out of the way early. Okay, next fight we've got Mr. Snips fighting these Custodian Wardens. He's not leading the unit anymore, so he only hits on a 3+ now. He's still got 7 hits. Wounding on a 4+. What? 1.
AP -2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, so the Shield Captain.
Yeah, so do Shield Captain first. He'll take... Took the 6 out of the war bosses.
Yep.
Yeah, so it takes sustained hits.
Not toughness 5 actually.
Yep, so he took sustained hits, so he gets 3 more back in.
Yep.
Wounded on 3s. So 7 wounds, AP minus 3, damage 2 hop.
And what damage is it?
2.
Oh, you just killed him. Oh, Nazgul, who's only got 1 wound left, he's going to have to attack back, see if he can kill some of these wardens. So, hits on a 2. That's 6 hits.
Is it smashy?
Yes, smashy smash.
Right.
So, he's going to, I take it you've got doing your feel no pain thing, yeah?
Yeah, I did my feel no pain.
Yeah. So, your strength 14, toughness 6.
So, knocks you down to 3s to wound.
3s to wound. Oh, there we go. That's what. 2, mate. What's going on? The dice have failed me.
AP. Well, it's
3.
more than, yeah, it's more than 2, it's going to be 4 plus. Who gets some
Damage 4.
Alright, so first guy dies.
Yeah.
Second guy also dies.
So he takes out 2 wardens. Okay, at the end of Andy's turn 3, I've scored Defend Stronghold for 3 points because he hasn't took my Stronghold. I've still got Assassination. Andy, what are you doing?
I'm getting rid of Deploy Teleformer for a CP.
Okay.
Keep all the breed down because he still got some vehicles on the board.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be going into Orks turn 3. It's not going as well as I was expecting, actually. Turn 3 Orks. I got my 10 points for the primary at the start. Secondaries, I'll get Assassination eventually. And I got Deploy Teleport Homer, which is easy done for me because Snickrot, who I actually forgot where he was, he's that sneaky. He's going to do it. He moved back to where he was. He's going to deploy a teleport home around here. Good lad. But the shock jump dragster drove forward. He's going to try and blast some Custodes. Battle wagons moved up. He's going to try and blast and run over some Custodes. Gazgul, I used my only CP to make him automatically pass his morale. He fell back out of combat and he went and told the battle wagon to get stuck in and run him over. So the battle wagon's going to go for them. And this unit, Gut Ripper's unit, they rolled a 3 for advance to get just up towards Trajan unit in that objective. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to do some shooting now. So the shock jump dragster's going to fire his shock rifle and his rockets into this unit of Custodian Guard. First up, the shock rifle hits on a 3. Missed. D3 shots from the rockets, 2. 1 rocket hit. Wounds on a 3. Yeah, you've been wounded by a rocket, CP minus 2, damage 3.
Yeah, it's going to be 4.
Yeah, so it's 3 damage, so blast to Custodian.
It's going to go on the shield guy, so you've got 1 wound back.
Cool, this battle wagon, it's going to put a full payload into these Custodians. They've got a shield fella with 1 wound, and then we've got the blade champion with 2 wounds left. So hopefully the damage 1 weapons will kill off the shield guy first. So we'll start with the big shooter. 5 to hit. Two armour saves. Just roll a 1 for us, please. No.
Do we roll that again?
No, I thought it was a 6, but you... Yeah. 6 shots. 2 hits. 2 wounds. So you'll roll a 1. Yes! Yeah. Shield guy is dead. Cannon. 4 shots. Gets 1 hit. Wounds on a 3. Yeah, that's, I think it's minus 2, damage 2. Bounces off. Battle wagon shooting into the wardens. So, okay, charges. Battle wagon. He's in. The other battle wagon. He's in. There's only CP for a tank shock. I was going to try and paint 10 Gretchen up for this game. I could have found me some CP, but I didn't have time. They'll be in my next battle report with them. I'll have 10 Gretchen to sit on the home objective. But got 7 attacks from the what's it called? Death roller on the front. Right over at the other battle wagon, his death roller. Better. Freeze. That's 4 free up saves. Yeah, so that's going to be 4 damage in total.
Yep,
so this runs over a Custode. His grabber claw. Misses. Wrecker ball. Hits. Wounds. No AP though. Oh, it's damage D6, I believe.
Who does that as well?
6 damage.
Yeah, so
Donks another one. Boof! Over here, so the Blade Champion piles in.
Yeah, they're going lethal hits.
So they're going for lethal hits.
Yep, so I'll start with the guys.
He's proccing a 5, right?
Yep. So 3 hits and 2 lethals.
That's a devastating wound, correct?
No, this is the big guy.
Oh, the spear guy.
So that's 4 wounds.
He's strength 7, is he?
Yeah.
Right.
AP minus 3, damage 2.
Okay, so go AP minus 2 because of the battle wagon rule. So 5 up saves. Yeah, so you cause 6 damage to it, so it's destroyed.
Yep.
So you get bring it down for your secondary. I want to explode, please, thank you. No, it didn't explode. One battle wagon down, so the next battle wagon with the wardens.
Yep, so the spears from the wardens. Again, lethal hits, hitting on 5s. Oh, popping on 5s. The 5 wound. No, so just 5 wounds.
5 up.
Minus 2 after addition and deduction.
Yep, so 5 ups. I'll make one to take 8 damage, it's got 4 left for Trajan to deal with. So Trajan has done 2 lethals.
Yep, missed with 1.
Yep.
So in strength 10. So
5s.
No, so just 2. AP would be minus 3, drops to minus 2 again.
Yes, I need to make one of these and the battle wagon's still alive. Make what? I'll make both. It's wagon's still alive. Hooray! Start of Andy's turn 4, he scored 5 points for his primary. He's drawn Assassination, so he's got a plan for that, and you've got Secure No Man's Land. Yep. Which is, what is that? Is that grab 2?
Grab 2 objectives in No Man's Land.
Yeah, which you've also done, but yeah, go through what you've done, mate.
So, I've left combat with Trajan's unit, and used multi-potentiality on them, which is a new stratagem, allowing them to shoot and charge in turn, which they fell back out of combat.
Okay.
My blade champion's unit's advanced to the middle objective, and played Vigilance Eternal on it, so they're just in range of it, so those 2 are now sticky and belong to me.
Yep.
My blade champion's unit has advanced, just right around the corner.
You have shield captain yet?
Shield captain, yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing much this turn.
Yeah, but they might end up getting like behind enemy lines or something next turn. So.
Cool, so we're over at your shooting phase, right?
Yep.
So Trajan and his 2 wardens firing at Gazgul. Yep. Gazgul's only got 1 wound left. So alright, so Trajan and his wardens are charging both the battle wagon and Gazgul.
Yeah, so I'm going to need like a 4.
Yeah, yeah, they're in.
Yep.
The wardens picking lethal hits attacking the battle wagon.
They don't get 5 to wound it.
1 wound. They don't have plus AP no more.
No.
So it's a 4+ save for the battle wagon. That takes 2 damage, it's got 2 left. Trajan attacking against Gazgul.
So 6 attacks, on 2s with lethal hits.
He's got a lethal. There's a miss in there yet. He's toughness 6 or freeze.
So another 2. AP minus 2, damage 3 a pop.
So it's going to be 4s regardless because I have 4+ vulnerable save. So Gazgul's.
You only have to pass them all.
I only have to pass them all, and I have a CP reroll.
Oh.
So come on, Gaz. Oh, right.
Oh,
oh, come on, babe. Come on. Oh, this is it. This is the decider.
It's only 50-50.
No! He almost survived. Trajan got him, so the battle wagon needs to get revenge on those wardens. So the death roller rolls over for them, causing 2 wounds, -1, 2 damage. Nope. The grabber claw missed. Wreck a ball, hit, wounded, no AP, just 1. Oh, D6 damage, kills 1.
Yeah.
Andy's turn 4, he scored full 10 for his secondaries because he did Assassination and Secure No Man's Land because he's tagged 2 objectives in the centre. So I thought, honestly, I was going to steamroll Andy in this game, but yeah, I'm sorely mistaken. I've still got 10 knobs and a war boss over here, but they're too far away now.
Yeah.
I feel like I was lured away by 3 Terminators, so it's over. Oh, shut up, that wasn't the plan. Start of Orks turn 4, didn't score any primary because I stupidly moved off all the objectives. But I drew Area Denial, which is if you can clear a 6-inch area around the centre of the battlefield, you score points. If you can't clear a 6-inch and it's only a 3-inch area, you score less points. I've still got Assassination now, we'll get it eventually. And I need to get it if I want to get Area Denial. I've got 1 CP, I'll go over what I've done. Gut Ripper and his 10 knobs have advanced to this objective. Battle Wagon is battle shocked and still stuck in combat with Trajan and the Warden. My shock jump dragster has moved right up. He's going to fire a volley and then charge into the Blade Champion and his mate. and Snickrot has only rolled a 1 for advance, but he's leapt over the cover and he's legging it for this objective here. Battle wagon fired at 2 units, didn't do anything, so it's over to the dragster. This is the thing that actually has to achieve something this turn. So it's got to fire its rockets first, so D3 rocket shots, gets 2 rocket shots, hits on a 5+. Nope, needs its shock rifle to hit. So shock rifle hits on a 3+. Yeah, it hit, wounds on a 3+. Yeah, it's wounded, it's AP -2. Yeah, so that's 1 save of AP -2 on the...
4+.
Oh. Match for the dragster. Yeah, it's rolled a 7. Dragster has pulled in, it's rolled enough so it could skid all the way to the build, so it will get area denial as long as it does well in combat. I've got 1 CP left, so I'm playing it on Tank Shock, and Andy is going to be playing the new version of Arcane Genetic Alchemy. Well, he will be. As Andy says, I have to actually cause a mortal wound for him to be able to activate the stratagem. So I've got 9 dice for Tank Shock. Any 5 or a 6 is a mortal wound. So that's 3 mortal wounds caused, so you're going to play a stratagem on that, yeah?
Yep, so 4+ build up pains.
Yeah.
So shield, well, spear guy.
It's down to 1.
Down to 1.
Combat. The dragster's saw blades needs to kill both the custodians in that combat. So saw blades only hit on a 4 though. Hit twice. They're strength 7, so wounded on a 3. It's 2 wounds. It's -1.
Yep. So spear guy.
No, survives. Yep. Survives. So one with sustained hits back with the custodians against the dragster.
Yep. So spear guy. So 6 hits.
Yeah, it is toughness 7.
Yep, so 4s. So 2 wounds, AP -2, damage 2.
Save is a 4+. So it takes 4 damage, it's got 3 left. Blade champion, yeah.
He's going to go for Hemor, so he gets an extra attack with strength 7. So it's only damage 2.
Okay.
Yep, so he gets all 6 hits.
Yep. Oh, the dragster lives! Paying attention so now the battle wagon can attack before he gets killed. Trajan is going for lethals.
So that's 1 lethal from Trajan. What's it? Strength 10, so needs 5. So that's 2 from Trajan. AP -2, which is not -1, but 3 damage upon.
Yeah. Yeah, you kill it.
Does it explode?
Does it explode? No. At the end of the Orks turn 4, I scored no points. Oh dear. So I am going to get rid of both because I'm just not going to get assassination. I've been living in denial the whole game. I'm not going to get it. Custodies are still absolutely rock hard. Don't believe what people are telling you about the codex. So, and I can't quite get there either now because the dragster's too big to fit wholly within 6. So I'll get rid of both. I'll get 1 CP for that. Then when Andy's turn 5, I'll get an extra 1. So I'm on 2 for going into Andy's turn 5. So Andy's last turn 5. He's got 1 CP. He's drawn behind enemy lines. An area denial, the one I just had. So we've done the movement, we've done the only little bit of shooting, which was two custodians shooting these orcs, nothing happened. So what have you done movement wise?
Yeah, so Trajan and his boy moved around here to claim my home objective.
He wasn't really up on that ruin, by the way, just we didn't want to knock the scenery over, so he was meant to be on the bottom, but we just stood in there.
Yeah. The shield captain with his warden has run across to your objective.
Yeah.
And secured behind enemy lines.
Yeah, behind enemy lines, yeah.
These guys have just stayed in combat.
Yeah, they were stuck fighting the dragster.
Even though thinking about it, I go black combat and done multi-potentiality. Oh well. But gets me effectively 4 objectives, so if you take 1 off me at the end of the game, I should sell 15.
Yep, sweet. Right, so it's over to combat, isn't it?
Yep.
Right, so combat, I get to go first, because Andy's turn. There's no charges, so I'm going to go with the dragster.
Yeah, so I'm going to use a CP for unwavering sentinels.
Yes.
Because I've got an infantry unit in range of objective I control, you have -1 to hit.
Okay, so I've got 4 attacks for the dragster.
Yep, so you hit on 5s now?
Hitting on 5s. So you still do kind of have the -1, just it's not built in.
But they all work around objectives now, so it's far harder to do.
Yeah. So the dragster's only hitting on 5s now. Because I'm a mad lad, I'm going to use a CP reroll on one of them.
Do you miss one more?
No, hit twice. The third one. Oh, nearly good. These are strength 7, so I need 3s. Both of them, mate. Both of them. That'll kill both your custodians. No, it won't. No, it won't.
No, it kills me.
Spear.
Yeah, lethal hit. So he gets 2. applause. So 5 wounds, AP minus 2, 2.
Okay, so 5 6s. I did not roll 5 6s. Does the dragster explode?
Can it explode?
Yeah, didn't go. Yes, around here, the custodians defeated the shock jump dragster, shock, but they've consolidated onto the objective on the inside of the objective, so they get area denial because they're now wholly within the centre of the thing that the dragster couldn't do because it was too big, but they can do. So they've secured that. And you've got
a unit in your.
You've got behind enemy lines from these two lads here. Yeah. So yeah, we'll come back in a second with the score. So fantastic turn for Andy there. Scored 18 points in that turn, and he's currently holding 3 objectives, I believe.
4 objectives.
4 objectives. Yeah, 4 objectives he owns on the battlefields. So I need an amazing turn 5 here, otherwise Andy's I think might have pulled ahead here. So over to Orks last turn. Okay, Orks turn 5. I've scored 5 primary at the start of my turn 5, which you do in primary targets, because also look at that other thing where we both score points at the end of the turn. So I scored 5 for that. Secondaries, I originally drew capture enemy outpost and no prisoners, but I got rid of capture enemy outpost because I can't do it, and spent with a CP, so I've got 1 left, and I drew extend battle lines. So I've got no prisoners and extend battle lines. Right, so we've done the math. Andy's going to win. Yeah, by 15 points. If everything stays as it is right now, Andy wins this game by 15 points. If this unit of Orc Knobs makes a 10-inch charge onto these 2 custodians, kills them both, I lose by 1 point. So I've got a 10-inch charge to make, and I've got 1 CP left to see if I can lose this game by only 1 point instead of 15 points. Snickrot has legged it and hopped over this, what do you call it, scrap, and he's nicked that objective. It's a nightmare. If I could kill that 1 custodian there who's got 1 wound left, I would win by a point. Oh, no, it would be a draw. Yeah. It'd be a draw.
But unfortunately, Snickrot don't got good.
He's got a slugger, but he's advanced, so he can't. So it's basically, yeah, it's up to these Orc Knobs to not win the game, but make sure I lose by less. It's not exactly the decider, but because I've already lost, I just want to make sure I lose by less. So 10-inch charge for these Orc Knobs. Roll a 10. 2 different dice. That's a CP gone. Get out of here. 2 new fresh dice. I lose by 15 points. Yep, so we added it up. After the extra points that he scored at the end of this mission, plus the painted points, Andy ended up on 73 and I ended up on 58, so it makes it a Custodes victory. Right there, mate. Good game. Don't believe the propaganda about the Custodes new codex. Alright?
Yeah. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still pretty good.
No, I was surprised how badly I actually bounced off the Custodes there. He did really well. And as we always do on the channel, Andy, who's your man of the match?
It's going to be Trajan.
Trajan Valorous?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he struck down Gazgul.
Yeah, well, Gazgul ran away from him. It didn't work out too well.
Only a tactical retreat, alright? A tactical retreat.
And then he obviously got me 5 big points at the end.
Yeah.
Like hero that he is. So.
I'm noticing a pattern as well when me and Andy play, that every single time I have to pick a man of the match, I just have to keep picking units that scored me secondaries. So instead of picking 1, I'm picking 2 honourable mentions, the Shock Jump Dragster and the Snickrot, because they scored me all my points in the game. And neither one of those units actually get any benefits from the detachment that they were in. So they did the best. And I feel like I need to play a few more games with the bully boys to use them effectively. But yeah, you've got a speed mob army, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do a few more we're going to do some Orks versus Orks games as well to show off the speed mob, and then I'm going to try and build up a dread mob as well to show off on the channel. So
yeah, then Sam's probably got a green tide somewhere.
Yeah, there's a green tide. We've got. I'm going to get me mate Joe on eventually. If you're watching this, Joe, you're coming on eventually, mate, and you're bringing your beast snaggers. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Till next time.
See ya.